All right. Hello. Welcome to my channel. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I don't normally usually forget how to do this, but the way that I'm just going to explain real quick the way my readings work. I do a general spread, a love spread, and a finance spread. I always do the general spread. Sometimes the other spreads might go, one or the other might go over, so I might not get to the love portion or the finance portion of the reading, but the general rule is to do all three. And keep the video under 30 minutes. That's the goal. So we're going to start off with the general portion of the reading. And I'm actually going to pull some more cards here because this general portion of the reading is looking pretty daunting at the moment. And I never like to start off a reading so daunting. So there's two ways I'm going to read. You know, actually, well, I'm going to say there was two ways I could read this because it is coming up very finance heavy. But I'm going to save the finance portion of the reading for the finance portion of the reading. So I'm not going to read this the way that it could possibly be read financially. So we're just going to keep to see. Now that is okay, so this is acceptance, this general portion of this reading, because I was like, well, this seems pretty bleak, but then I was like, let me just keep pulling cards here. The next cards that I pulled up, and I just did this for clarification, I'm not going to get too far into it. I got the Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Four of Swords. And the Nine of Cups and the Four of Swords are two cards of being at peace, right? Being at peace. And it's being at peace because the initial situation that came up in the cards is not a desirable outcome. I'll be quite honest with you. It's not, but it's an outcome that I feel my viewers felt what was necessary. And I really enjoy doing these readings. So whoever energy I'm picking up on, I really feel like you guys are really stepping into your power. You're stepping into, stepping out of the matrix, stepping into your power, stepping out of and when I say matrix, I mean preconditioned thinking about the way life is supposed to be and what we're meant to do and the choices and decisions that we're supposed to make. And I feel that it's the reluctance that would normally come with fighting back against that conditioning, there has been replaced with acceptance and letting go, and that is always a very peaceful, calm, and loving place to be. And I feel like your mind is at peace and your heart is at peace with what is about to come, and understanding that things work out for the best, and when something doesn't work out for us, then it's time to allow that thing to leave our lives. And that's literally what the confirmation cards here are saying, because I was like, this looks really bleak. And I just had to pull some other cards to kind of see where your heart and your mind were with what is going on in this reading right now. And what's going on in this reading is the Tower. So you got the Tower, the Four of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. And all of the cards came up in the upright. So that means that this is taking place, it's happening. So the best way to kind of look at this reading is like a demolition, right? Like the demolition of a old building and that's getting torn down, right? So if you go on YouTube and you watch some videos of buildings getting knocked down, that is the equivalent of this reading. There is a old, worn out building in your neighborhood. So let's say you have a so I'm getting Sims. So just imagine we're gonna take this reading as like a Sims game. You have a Second Life as a video game character in Sims, and your world, your neighborhood has this really old, worn, not being used warehouse or building in its neighborhood, and people have complained about this building over and over again because it's bringing down the value of the neighborhood. But the building has just always been there, and there's always been plans to do something with it, but nothing has ever come of it. And so the mayor finally takes action, and they send a construction crew over to knock this building down, to use that space for something productive. And that's what the Five of Pentacles is. It is this building that's not being used, this, that's worn out, that's old, and have broken buildings and boarded up, and finally coming in and knocking that building down so that something new and something productive can be built on that piece of property. And although the tarot is a card, the Tower is a card of allowing natural forces, and in this sense, natural forces to be spiritual forces to come in and take care of the situation and basically tear down whatever needs to be knocked down in your life. There is also inspiration here with the Four of Inspiration coming up. There is sisterhood, there is companionship, there is love. I feel like you are not going through whatever this, I don't want to say loss. It is a removal. Like there's a removal of something that needs to go in your life, but there is not. But normally, when you read the Five of Pentacles, you will read it as a card of isolation and loneliness and poverty and going through all these. It inherently in it has going. It has the going through everything that you're going through: need, poverty, exclusion, help, codependency is the inherently codependent card. It has all of those things inherent in the card, but what you have next to it is for inspiration. You have sisterhood, and you have, or brotherhood, you have companionship, you have help, right? So you have a card of needing something, someone, something, and not having anyone to depend on. And the card that you have right next to it is a card of support. So I don't think you want through this alone. I don't think it is a card of isolation. I don't think it is a card of like you get the idea of like homelessness with the five of Pentacles, but where a situation would have brought you to your knees because you have this, first off, positive outlook on everything that's going on, and you have this support around you for what's about to get torn down in your world in order to build something else up. You have support here, and I think it's very real support. I don't think it's just spiritual support or support from the 5D or divine. I think it's very spiritual support, tangible support. So I feel like you have a support system here that's helping to lift you up in your time of need. So it's like I'm in need at this moment in my life, and the people around me have rallied around me, and also having that spiritual support because I have that foundation, and also having the faith and the belief and the desire to finally let things go that don't need to be in my world, your Sims world. I'm building my Sims world up. I don't need this eyesore in my city taking up space, not giving anything back to the city, and I can tear it down and build something that is better suited to the city that I'm trying to build for myself. And so that's really what I'm picking up for this reading. So although something is going, it's something that needed to go, but I think the most important thing here is the acknowledgement and the acceptance that you're going to be better off for it in the end. Whenever it's, change is hard, right? Change, because fives in numerology is change. And change is hard, whether it's good change or bad change. Change is hard. That's one of the reasons why people oftentimes don't do change, even when it's a positive change. And you're like, why are you holding on so hard to something when something better is there? It's just because it's difficult to accept change in life, especially when you're an adult and you have so many responsibilities and things. And that's another card that's inherent in Five of Pentacles, because Pentacles and Pentacles are responsibility. It's just inherently difficult. You get comfortable because everything about being an adult is responsibility, right? And so you get comfortable in responsibility, even when responsibility isn't giving anything back to you. And then when something comes along and it changes, it's like, another thing that I have to mentally process, emotionally process, physically process. It's just, sometimes it could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I feel like this time, because you do have that support, you're taking on that change and you're spearheading it, and you're going to be victorious and very successful at the end of the day, whenever, regarding whatever this change is. Splitting in deck, you have the Strength card. So it's not that it's not going to be easy. It's not, when the Tower comes in and knocks down anything, it is not easy. So I'm not trying to make it sound like it's going to be easier than it is, but it's going to be doable. You know, you're in a place in your life where you're able to, like, okay, I can finally end this thing, knock this thing down in my life, destroy whatever the structure is that's been complacent in my life, but hasn't been giving back anything for a very long time now. I'm finally in a place and ready to let that go, allow it to do whatever it's going to do so I can move on with my life. And that's a good place to be. So that is what I'm picking up for you in your general spread. I really hope that helped. All right, so now we're going to I'm going to jump right in, and I forgot to say, I always forget to say this. It is time stamped in the description if you want to jump around to different parts of the reading. So in the description, you can look at the time steps for the general, the love, and finance. So let's do this. Let's do love. And this is just for your current person that you're dealing with. So this is not about a crush. This is not about a past person, unless that past person is somebody you're dealing with. This is not about a future person. This is 100% just about the person you are currently dealing with in any kind of romantic capacity. So if you've seen somebody, you like them, and you've never spoken to them, every once in a while that might come up in a reading, but for the most part, this is the person that you are currently dealing with in a romantic sense. Excuse me. Okay, so I was like Tower and the Four of Swords. Okay, I got those cards before. Maybe I didn't shuffle good enough, but okay, so I know we got some different cards. Okay, so you have almost, well, look at that. Okay, so the thing about it is I kept pulling cards here, yeah. So, okay, this is actually a very easy reading. This is a very easy reading. It's easy in the sense that I know exactly what's going on, and I keep pulling cards to see if something will have changed, and I'm looking for that final outcome card, and there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna take you through what I just literally mentally processed while I was pulling your cards just now, and the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I'll explain everything, because I was like going through it, and I was just trying to, I have to go through my process sometimes, and that requires me to just do it and not talk about it. But anyway, so I'm going to tell you what basically the start, the beginning, the middle, the beginning, the middle, and the end of this relationship. So you're starting off at a place where you are seeing someone, and the realization that this person that you are involved with doesn't give enough to the relationship. Period. That realization is going to come in super quick for you. It's not going to take a whole lot of time for you. You're not going to be in a delusional la la land about this person. You like them a lot, and the physical intimacy is really good between the two of you, and you want it. I think it's more leaning towards the physical, because this person does not give a whole lot of their time or emotion to this relationship. They just don't. So the thing about it is the way that the cards read when I was pulling them, it did not tap into this person's energy at all. So maybe I might do like a reading where I literally just kind of do, what is this person feeling? What is this person thinking? Because it's not really about that. This person is super surface level. I don't think they're thinking or feeling anything too deep. I do think it's more of a physical relationship specifically for this person. And again, you're getting that, and you're going to pick up on that really quick. And then the middle of this relationship is, it makes you happy. You like this person. They're the person you're sleeping with. Why not be in a relationship? And it goes back to that old kind of same old story where the physical relationship that you have with this person never turns into a commitment or emotional relationship. So you continue to date this person, you leave it in their court to move the relationship along to something more committed, or and not necessarily something more committed, but for this person to commit more to the relationship, which they don't do. You continue to date. This person never gives more than what they're currently giving you, right? And I think the optimism and the fact that you already have been physical with this person makes you stick within the kind of the borders. I don't know if I'm trying to say borders, or kind of the box of this relationship without pushing too far. Like, you're in a box with this person. It is what it is. You would like it to expand, but because there are these four walls in this relationship that this person doesn't seem particularly interested in knocking down and expanding, right? You kind of allow it. And then eventually it becomes more of a realization that this person isn't trying to move the relationship towards a commitment or spend more time with you or invest more. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is more of an investment, right? I don't even think it's like you're explicitly looking for a commitment. Obviously that would be great, but what you're explicitly looking for in this relationship is more investment from this person, and it never gets there. It never does. It constantly stays in the casual dating, I literally see this going for a very long time, the casual dating realm of relationship. Like, I'm not even joking. And it never gets to, so I'm gonna tell you this relationship really depends on how far you decide to take it. It's up to you. I'm telling you that the relationship is never going to go past casual dating, however you define that. And because when I say that, it's because this person never invests more than what they're giving you right now. They never do. And so for you, it's really up to what you decide to do with the relationship, because this person is doing the same thing that they've always done with the relationship. They're not doing anything more. And so if you decide to stay in the relationship and continue to go on that way for the next 10 years, then this person will allow that to happen. It would never turn into the commitment that you want, and it would never turn into a marriage, living together, wife, husband, kids. It's never going to do that. And eventually you're going to get very, very, whatever that time frame is for you. I don't know what that time frame. I don't know if it's 3 months you get sick of it, a year you get sick of it, 5 years you get sick of it, 15 years down the line you get sick of it. So whatever that time frame is for you, but eventually you're going to get sick of it, and you're going to realize that it is not giving anything back to you emotionally, and then the outcome for you is going to be the 8 of Cups. Now, whether you walk away from it or not, it's totally up to you, but this relationship is never giving what you want it to give. You're always going to be an option for this person, always. I mean, it's never going to be anything more than you being an option for this person and them treating you according to that, your entire life. Feeling ignored, not feeling heard, not feeling seen. It's just constantly not feeling seen in a relationship. I think we've all at some point in our lives have felt that feeling where you feel like you're with somebody but you're not with them, or you're with somebody but like, does anybody else know that I'm with you type of energy. Okay, so that is going to be the status quo for this relationship. And again, the relationship that you have with this person is 100% dependent on how long you continue to put up with it. It actually reminds me, I actually watched Saltburn for the first time a couple nights ago, and just because I was interested in the movie, and it's the scene in the movie where the main character starts to hook up with the guy that he's kind of obsessed with in the movie. They're friends, but the guy kind of blows him off, and he's really upset about it. And he sees a girl that he hooked up with who's really into him, and he's a young kid at uni. He doesn't care about this girl, but she's really upset, and so he begins to hook up with her. But that girl was talking crap about him to the best friend, which made the best friend kind of distance itself from him. Like, her opinion mattered enough to make him distance himself from the main character. And so he's a little bit salty at her, and he's thinking that hooking up with her and get back at the best friend and kind of pin it to her as well. And while they're hooking up, she has the nerve to ask if she thinks that'll make the other guy, the best friend, jealous because he ghosted her or whatever. And the main character is like, I'm paraphrasing here, but he basically tells her while they're hooking up, after she said it, or in the midst of her saying that, he goes, I don't think he would even care. And it upset her so much that she gets up and she walks away, because obviously she was only doing that to see if it would hurt him. In the reality of the situation, he's not thinking about that girl. So if you continue to let him hook up, of course, but I really think at any stage, whether it's 10 years down the line or 15 years down the line, it might come as more of a shock if you allow it to go on for the next 15 years. But I don't think this person is going to invest anything more emotionally than what he has invested emotionally. So I'm saying 15 years down the line, if you're still continuing casually hooking up with this person and them never making you a priority, and then one day you decide this is enough for me, after 15 years of knowing this person, you're going to walk out of their lives, it's going to be more of a shock that, oh my goodness, they did it. They stopped seeing it after 15 years. We've been doing this for 15 years. and it would be more of a shock and like, oh, okay. But it won't be any more of an emotional loss for this person than it was the day that you met, and if you were to stop, hooking up with that person. I know that's harsh to hear, but that's what's coming out in the cards. This person is not going to be any more emotionally invested in you or this relationship than they are right now. So that's up to you how long you want to continue to deal with that. Okay, so I have to be honest. Save you the shock and awe of finding that out on your own. And then we're going to jump right into the finance portion of the reading. So we're going to pull some cards here and see what is going on financially for my viewers. Financially. Okay, so so this is somebody getting real honest about their finances. This is someone getting very, very honest with themselves about their finances. So you do have some new stuff coming in financially for you. So it's not all doom and gloom. But I feel like, okay, so this is the thing. I feel like you don't feel like it's enough. So I don't know if this reading is more geared towards gratitude for what you do have, or needing to put more work into obtaining something or the financial goal, because whatever the financial goal is here that you have for yourself. But this is like not kidding yourself financially anymore. Like this, like I'm making this much money. Or if it's a singular sort of thing, if it's like you have like a lump sum of money coming in and you're grateful for that lump sum of money, but it's still not enough. I think we've all been there in life where it's like, yeah, I have this coming in, or I got this amount of money, but it's still really, really short from what I need, right? And I honestly don't think that you are planning, like I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm not getting that there's something like super urgent right now that you need the money for and you came up short. It's just in general thinking about your life and your financial situation and saying, yeah, I make this much. And you might make good money. Everybody's income is different. So you might make $100,000 a year, but you could live a $200,000 lifestyle, right? So where somebody else is like, oh, that's really good money, but it's still not enough to support what you already have established, like the responsibilities that you already have. So this is not about you not making enough to buy new things into your life or live a dream life. This is about not making enough money to maintain the life that you have right now. And it's being honest with yourself and saying, yeah, I'm not pulling in enough. I'm still penny pinching wherever I am is decent, but it's not what I need to maintain the life that I already have. And so there's something here about needing to find balance in your finances, because I don't see more money coming in the near future, right? So wherever you are financially, that's static for right now, or stagnant for right now, in the sense of whatever job you are working, whatever jobs you are working, or whatever jobs the people that live in your household are working, that income is what that income is going to be. Income tax already probably have come already. So that money is spent. There's nothing new on the horizon as far as financially for you. So where you are financially is where you are. And there's something here about needing to sit down and cut something out to balance. I'm getting balance the books. I'm getting balanced the books. I don't know. So there's something here about needing to either cut something out of or what's like draining your finances, or somehow I don't know how you would do it, but I'm just getting, I don't know how. I'm not giving you advice on how to go about doing it. That's just to me what came to my mind logically, but the message that I'm getting is about balancing your finances and no longer lying to yourself about, no, I make enough, no, that's fine. Because I feel like if you were in that phase for a long time where you were lying to yourself, then you probably do make decent money. But like I said, for the lifestyle that you already have, it's still not enough. It's still more going out than coming in. And on paper, it looks like, dang, I make a lot of money. But in reality, you got a lot of bills. And so it's not about what looks good to other people. Like if you tell someone I'm at $100,000 a year, but then they're not knowing that you're still $50,000 a year in the hole. you know? So it's, you know, it's like the idea of keeping up with the Joneses. It's like, yeah, everything looks good from the outside, but the fact of the matter is it's still not enough for the lifestyle that I'm currently living. So it's about being honest about that and doing something to mitigate that issue. Okay, so that's really what I'm seeing for finances right now. It's just about this whole reading, honestly, whether it's general reading, the love portion, or the finance reading. It's about being really, really honest, like being very mature. Whoever I'm reading for, it's a level of maturity here where it's not the you know, bratty sort of energy of I want what I want, and how come I can't have what I want? And I don't want to hear anything bad, because bad is not me getting what I want. This is very much like, this is life. This is what life is presenting me right now. None of it is horrible or, you know, there are worse things that can happen. This is just literally, this reading is lifing right now. Like life being life, you know. There are no fairy tale, you know, at the end of this rainbow, or fairy tales, pot of gold at the end of this, you know, imaginary rainbow. This is about like walking the road and dealing with all of the gravel and the dirt and the hard work that comes with walking this road, as opposed to, you know, closing our eyes and imagining we're somewhere in Ireland with a rainbow and a pot of gold at the end of it, which, you know, oftentimes when you, I don't know why people go to divination to get that pot of gold fairy tale confirmed for them. Is, you know, sometimes life is life, and you have to life it. You know, this is one reading where life is life. You have to life it. It's not horrible. It's just about the reality of every situation that you're in and doing what you can to do better. That's all you can do at the end of the day. Wake up tomorrow and try to do better than the day before. And so that's really what the reading is. And I hope that helped. I hope that doesn't deter you from liking and subscribing to the channel and coming back and seeing what else life has to offer for you through these cards. Okay. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.